this is everything we know about Dragon Age Veilguard's character creation up until this point, essentially. There is going to be more about the character creation coming very, very soon, and that includes, hopefully, a whole showcase of how the character creation actually looks and how it works. That's going to come anytime between now and release. Hopefully it's going to come sooner rather than later. But for the time being, the Game Informer articles kind of like dive a little bit into an expansive explanation of character creation. So we're going to look at it right now, just kind of talk about it together, get your guys' kind of thoughts on it, and then we're also going to look at a couple of classes very, very, very quickly. So we're going to scroll down here. The first thing that has been confirmed that we know, and I've mentioned before, is we get to play as all of the races that we have played in the previous games. So elves, Kunaris, humans, and dwarves are all playable races, and you can play anything. Like, you can customize your character however you want. So if you want to play a tall dwarf, you can. If you want to play a short, skinny Kunari, you can. Everything is completely customizable. The only thing you can't be, just like any other Dragon Age game up until this point, is you cannot be a dwarf mage. That's just part of Dragon Age lore. We all know this. So that is still the case in Dragon Age Veilguard. The other thing that is really cool and new for Veilguard that is customizable is your pronouns. And the pronouns that have been confirmed so far for your rook are she, her, he, him, they, them. And these pronouns are separate from your gender. So when you're making your rook, if you make the gender of your rook and you assign them their pronouns separately. So for example, people are like, well, what the fuck does that mean? Well, normally when you make a character in character creation, whenever you pick a gender, things are assigned to that gender. Pronouns are assigned to that gender. Voices are assigned to that gender. Body types are assigned to that gender. Not in Veilguard. You choose every single thing independently. So you choose your body type, you choose your voice, you choose your gender, and you choose your pronouns completely independent of each other. You can customize your rook completely to what you want to represent, which means that non-binary characters are possible, trans characters are possible. Any character you can think of is possible because of this character creation. It is one of the most inclusive character creations that I've seen, or at least I haven't seen it yet, obviously, but that is being promoted, and it is easily the most inclusive character creator that BioWare have ever done. So we're very excited about stuff like that. Hello, I am cautiously optimistic about Veilguard. Me too. I no longer trust BioWare though. Why? EA can get in the bin. Fact. Now, what? I want your opinions. Why don't you trust BioWare anymore? The other thing that we can do for our character that is a huge upgrade is lighting. So if you guys remember when you were playing Inquisition and the terrible lighting in that character creation, and then you go into the first cutscene in the jail or just outside the jail in Haven, and you get to see your character in natural light and everyone's like jump scared by their character, now no longer a problem. In this character creator, you can get different lighting at any time. So here we go. There's 4 that you can get, 4 different lighting scenes, and you can change them at any time. And it includes keynote purple hue in the Veilguard's color, a bright and sunny tropical day, or a gothic night. So you can customize your rook in different lighting to see how they're going to look, essentially. So that's a huge upgrade from games like Inquisition. Their handling of firing the writing team and others for one, I agree 100%. I don't know for a fact if that was BioWare's decision or if that was EA's decision, but either way, the way that the writers were just fired for no reason other than they had like served their purpose is bullshit, and I will always say that. So thank you for bringing it up. The other thing, just to reiterate, it was a mix of both. Bullshit. I agree. Everything about the writers being fired was awful, and I absolutely hate it. So I'm 100% on your side with that one. I hope they are well, and I hope that they are thriving wherever they have moved on to. So, not just lighting, proper lighting, but we also get head and body presets. So there's going to be individual sliders for almost every single part of Rook, with 40 different complexions that include smooth, rugged, youthful and freckled skin tones, skin hues ranging from cool to natural to warm undertones, and even a melanin slider, which means your skin tone fully customizable to what you want, fully customizable to what you need, and hopefully well handled and very inclusive. So that's fantastic. There's also going to be a vitiligo slider where you can adjust the intensity and amount of it. So that's also really, really cool. So if you want your Rook to have vitiligo, then you absolutely can, and you can customize how much of it and how intense it is. I've never been able to pronounce that. My mum had it. My mum had vitiligo on her hand, and seeing the word written down, vitiligo, I'm pretty sure it's vitiligo, but I'm sure you guys will absolutely correct me. There's also sliders for your forehead, brow, cheeks, jaw, chin, larynx, and scalp. You can select your undergarments. But hold on, we'll talk about the sliders first. So you can customize literally every single part of Rook, from their brow to their cheeks to the jaw to the chin to the larynx to their scalp. You can customize their scalp. There's going to be a slider for everything. You can customize how bloodshot your eyes are. If you want to make a really, really tired or high Rook, you can. And then you can select your undergarments. So you can choose what underwear you're wearing, which is important, I'm sure. But there's also going to be nudity. I wonder if it's going to be like the Baldur's Gate character creation, where you can customize everything. There is also going to be a bulge size slider. So if you need that, it exists. I kind of hope that the nudity option can be turned off. I turned it off in Baldur's Gate. I don't need to see genitalia. I'm not really down to clown with that. So I hope there's an option to turn it off. But I respect that it's there. There's no release date yet. They're aiming for fall this year, autumn this year. Could be around October. Dragon Age Inquisition was released in November though, so it might even be as late as November. But we're hoping it's going to be anytime fall this year. Body Morpher. To select 3 presets for each corner of the triangle. So you can select your undergarments with nudity as well, blah, 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 blah. Use the Body Morpher to select 3 presets for each corner of a triangle, and then move a cursor within it to morph your body and head into a mix of these presets. It's an impressive technology, and I'd like to see adapted into other games. So it sounds like even if you don't want to make your Rook from absolute scratch, you can play around with things. You know, like how in Inquisition, when you go into things like brow and nose, a box comes up and you can kind of like slide it around to where you want it to be. It sounds like it's going to kind of be like that. And then makeup. Makeup is going to be insane. There's 30 different options, including eyeliner, intensity, color, glitter, eyeshadow, lips, and blush. This is the most important thing I've ever seen in my life. There's going to be glitter options in makeup in Dragon Age Veilguard. Let's fucking go. I'm going to make the gayest Rook that there ever did was. You can also, there's going to be sliders to adjust your height, shoulder width, chest size, glute, bulge size, hip width, how bloodshot your eyes are, how visible cataracts are, the scalia color of your eyes, and how crooked your nose is, how big its bridge is, the size of the nostrils and the nose tip, and many, many more. So it sounds like every inch of your Rook is going to be absolutely customizable in this character creation. Tattoos are also customizable, alongside options for scars and war paint. Body tattoos I think are confirmed. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure that body tattoos are confirmed. Obviously, like, culturally relevant to lineages to talk about Valisleen and stuff, so the Valisleen are going to be back, but tattoos for other lineages and reasons are going to be available as well. You can add tattoos to Rook's face. Oh, here we go. No, this is it here. You can add tattoos to Rook's face, body, arms, and legs, and you can adjust things like intensity too. You could have a fully tattooed Rook if you wanted. Let's go. You can finally dye your hair with non-traditional colors, which means you can have a Rook that has bright pink hair if you wanted, or bright blue hair, or bright purple hair. But I'm pretty sure the only Rook can have these hair colors, so you won't find NPCs that have bright blue hair, but that makes you stand out in the world of Thedas. Also, there's going to be a variety of different hairstyles that all have their own customized physics. So long hairstyles will bounce and sway in time with movement and with the game environment. So I'm very excited to see the updated version of, oh my god, YouTube. The updated version of the hairstyles in this character creation. Also, Kunari's horns are going to be fully customizable, of which there are 40 options to choose from. Now, what I'm really excited about is that it says Kunari's horn type and material. If you look at Tash, one of her horns is made out of quartz or something. It's green. So does that mean that if you make a Kunari, you can give them false horns made out of precious minerals? I want this. Hello? Prosthetic horns? It sounds like it might be a thing. Born horn replacements? Exactly. Of which there are going to be 40 options to choose from, which is insane. And then you choose a class out of Rogue, Mage, and Warrior. I'll talk about them in just a second. But this sounds incredible. Also, I just want to say that if you make your Rook and you don't like how they look, then in your base, in the lighthouse, there's going to be a mirror of transformation, so you can change what your Rook looks like at any time. You just cannot change their class and lineage, but you can change what they look like at any time in the game using the mirror, so that's fantastic. There's going to be 4 voices for your Rogue. I keep saying Rogue, for your Rook in character creation. It's going to be a similar thing to Inquisition. So there's going to be 2 English voices, 2 voices with English accents, 2 voices with American accents. One's going to be more masculine, one's going to be more feminine. But what you can do is you can choose which voice you like, and if you don't like how high or how low their voice is, guess what? You can change the pitch for each voice. So there's going to be a slider for pitch. So if you don't, so say you like one of the English masculine voices, but it's a little bit too low, you can pitch it up, which is fantastic. And the voices are not locked to gender, like I said before. So if your gender is male, but you want one of the female sounding voices, you can have that. It's not all locked together. It's all independent, fully customizable. It's going to be great. Here we go. Don't stress too much about locking in your character creations, because the Mirror of Transformation, which is found in Veilguard's main hub, the Lighthouse, allows you to change your physical appearance at any time. However, class, lineage, and identity are locked in and cannot be changed after you select them as the character's creator. And that's all we know about the character creation right now. However, we did talk a little bit in a previous video about the classes. And I'd like to talk about them now because we have them as well. Each class has 3 subclasses, and we've got a little bit of detail about them here. So for Rogue, the first specialization is the Duelist, which is apparently the fastest of the 3, with 2 blades for rapid strikes. So dual wielding Rogue is going to be the Duelist. The Saboteur uses tricks and traps. So kind of like, what was it? Artificer in Inquisition, the one that Varric was. He uses an awful lot of tricks and traps. So it's going to be like Artificer. And then the Veil Ranger is purely range, sniping enemies from afar with a bow. So Archer. The Veil Ranger is going to be Archer. That's what I think Bellara is a Veil Ranger. It would make sense. Mage has the Death Caller, which is a Necromancer, as you could probably have guessed. Evoker is the ones that use, oh my god. Evoker is the ones that use the elemental magic, so things like fire, ice, lightning. So they are the evocation wizards, if you will. And then Spellblade, which is probably the one I'm most excited about, uses magic infused melee attacks. So imagine if you had like twin daggers that were infused with magic. I think that's what I'm gonna go. It hasn't specified what weapons you use for Spellblade, but I'm hoping I can use twin daggers. That would be so cool. This is the one that I'm most excited to play. I want to see how Spellblade works. Then we have Warrior, Reaper, which uses night blades to steal life and risk death to gain unnatural abilities. That sounds fun. It sounds like a Reaver almost a little bit. Slayer, a simple but strong two-handed weapon expert. So Slayer is going to be the Fenris of the warriors. And then the Champion, a tactical defense fighter, which means in my head, sword and shield. So if you want to play sword and shield, this guy. If you want to play two-handed, this guy. And if you want to be a Reaper, then choose Reaper. But yeah, that's pretty much all we know about Character Creator and the classes for right now. Game Informer has said that they're going to update a new article every few days. I think it's every couple of days. I think it's maybe Tuesday and Thursday. I can't decide because this came out yesterday. So, or this one, the other one came out yesterday. So, as the articles come out and as the updates come out, I will keep you guys updated. I will review them as we go. But just out of curiosity, which class are you guys most excited about? And are you excited to experience this character creation? I'd love to see your thoughts come up above me right here, so feel free. Have you decided on mage specialization? Yeah, I'm pretty much set on Spellblade, I think, for the first playthrough. When I romance Emmerich, though, I'm going to do Necromancer. I think I'm going to do Deathcaller. I always play Evokers. That's just like my default. Like, Rift Mage, Force Mage, and Elemental Magic. That's just my go-to. So I'd like to branch out a little bit and try something different. But I'm going to try Spellblade first to romance Lucanus, and then Deathcaller to romance Emmerich, and then see where we go from there. The Rogues sound really cool as well, but honestly, I'm a mage through and through. So I'm very excited to see how the mages actually play. But I would like to try the other things as well. Mage just looks so fun. Like, I can't get over how fun Mage looks. But yeah. Evoker, because I'm going to make things go boom. I will play an Evoker at some point, of course. I have to. Fire Magic is my favourite. I want to be Spellblade or Warrior Champion. Champion does sound really good. I do like Sword and Shield Warrior in Dragon Age. It's one of my favourite. It's the first thing I ever fully played in Dragon Age Origins was Sword and Shield Warrior. So it's got a soft spot in my heart. But like I said, between now and game's actual release, I'm expecting to get like a full kind of like demonstration of how the character creator works. Maybe we'll get like a showcase like we did for the gameplay, which I'm very excited about. But this is honestly something that I just want to get my teeth into. I cannot wait to get stuck into this character creator. I'm gonna have to like book a full day off just to sit in character creator. And remember, at the beginning of the game, it's not just Rook that you're making in character creator, it's your Inquisitor as well. So that's double the fun, double the trouble. But anyway, if anything else comes up or as more articles come out, I will update you guys on YouTube. Thank you guys very much for watching, and remember to like, comment, subscribe for more. And if you want to join our Discord, come to the Twitch chat and hang out, or become a member on this on the channel, and I'll give you the Discord link if you remember. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See you next time. Bye.